Hey Belinda, thanks for coming and seeing me regarding your hip issue. The good thing we found out was that it's really fixable and that you shouldn't have to just believe that you're meant to be in pain all the time. That is not what we're going to do. We're going to attack this head on, and this rehab program is really about loosening off the glutes and then engaging those glutes to allow that your body to get those feet straight, okay, and get your posture right, and then also loosening off all of those tight fibres in the side of that leg, which were causing that hip to get tight, because that's where they attach. So, first of all, what we're going to do, you said you had a cricket ball, so imagine this is a cricket ball. What we're going to do, we're going to focus on rolling out those glute muscles, okay? So we're going to sit on the ball, put as much weight into there as possible, okay, and really lean into that ball, and then you're just going to start doing some circles round, being as heavy as you can in that ball as possible. Okay, so big circles, and this is just mapping out where's particularly tight. Okay, so big circles, you're then going to find the tightest area, the most uncomfortable area, stay on there, and just let your body just melt into that ball, so go heavier and heavier and heavier. Okay, and then just small little rolls over that. Alright, so I want you to spend a good 2 to 5 minutes rolling out your glutes. This part is really important because as we found out, like, your glutes weren't firing quite as much on this side, which means that you're very thigh dominant. The reason for that was the tightness in the muscle wasn't allowing it to contract during your exercises. So if you can loosen it off, you're going to be much better and more efficient with your exercising. Okay. So after a couple of minutes on the ball, what we're going to do, we're going to come to the foam roller. I'm going to send you a link to the foam roller as well as the link to the insoles for your feet so they can help realign you. And here's what we're going to do when you do get that foam roller. Okay. So starting off on the quadriceps, we're going to lie flat on the floor, put as much weight into that leg as possible. What you're then going to do, I just want you to roll from side to side, over and over again. Just get as much range as you can coming from side to side, put as much weight into it as possible. Good. After spending a couple of minutes there, I just want you to spend a couple of minutes bending and straightening your knee. What this is going to do is going to apply some pressure into that muscle. Then when you contract it with that pressure on, just sends a trigger to your mind to just help relax, and it's going to help break up all those knotty, tight muscle fibres that you had that attach into that IT band. Okay, after a couple of minutes there, just slide it up. So you're going to work right into the middle of the thigh, do the same thing. Right out to the sides, to side to sides, don't rush it. Take your time, put as much weight into the leg as you can. Spend 2 minutes side to sides, and then again 2 minutes bending your knee and straightening your knee. Now that is uncomfortable, but it has to be uncomfortable if it's going to help loosen off all those muscle tissues. So what you're going to find after you're loosening all that off, what we were finding is that your foot was just pointing out. What you're going to find, if we can loosen all that out, that's going to allow you to come into a much straighter position. When your posture is going to be straighter, it's going to have less pressure on that hip, and that's going to do you really, really good. So, apart from all the rolling, we're going to run through a couple of stretches as well. Both of these can be done on your sofa at home, sitting in a seat, whenever you can. If you're sitting down for more than 2 minutes, I want you to be doing these stretches. So, first one is a figure of 4 stretch. So you're going to bring your foot over, just ease the knee down, okay, and then just spend some time leaning forward towards the foot, leaning towards the knee, and just spend some good time stretching out. The more you can lean forward, the better. And when you're in this position, squeeze your bum muscles really tight. If you can engage those glutes whilst you're stretching them, then you're going to get a better stretch out of it. So really squeeze your bum muscles about 3 seconds and then release. And then squeeze it again, all whilst leaning forward. And spend a good couple of minutes just stretching out this, and that's going to stretch the posterior part of your hip capsule out. We're then going to stretch out the anterior part, so the front of it. I'm going to show you this one side on, so you can do this off the edge of your sofa as well. You're going to have a kneel down, big step forward. You're then going to push your hip as low into the ground as you can, and then again squeeze your bum muscle as tight as possible. And the tighter you can squeeze that, the better. And then release. And squeeze, and then release. And that is going to really lengthen off the front aspect of that. If you're flexible enough, grab the leg, okay, or pop it up to the back of the sofa, and then you can do the same thing. You're going to get better stretch that way, okay? And just squeeze the bum muscles and then relax. If you can't do that straight away, we'll build up to it, all right? The most important thing is that you're pushing that hip as low into the ground as you possibly can. So, give those exercises a go. I want you to be doing that every day until that hip is pain-free, and then when it is pain-free, we can do it 3 times a week, just keeping on top of it so it never comes back. I want you to train hard whilst you're doing this. If there's any problems, you get back in touch with me. Thanks, Belinda.